Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hello, everybody.
Hope everybody's gonna have a great Christmas this week. We just wanted to invite some new people onto the show this week.
Yes.
I just want to introduce. This is my brother Andy.
Hi.
And this is his wife Diane.
Hello.
And this is Evelyn.
Yep.
Right here.
But we figured we came up to my place, or my parents' house in Pennsylvania, and so my family's here, and we figured why not invite some new people and just, make it fun. So, but we're gonna continue on what we did last time, where we were doing, what's it called?
The husband tag.
The husband tag. So we did like 10 questions last week, so this week we'll just do 10 more.
Yeah, and we're gonna ask them the questions, and they're gonna answer. They don't know the questions, so it's gonna be very improvised. But now they're gonna tell us a little bit about themselves, who you guys are, and what do you do.
Okay. Well, like Tony said, my name's Andrew, and his older brother, my wife Diane, and Evelyn, and we live in Nashville. I'm an aircraft mechanic for SkyWest Airlines, and we've been married for about 7.5 years now.
Yep, 7.5 years. We have a little boy named Kanan. He's 3.5. And yep, one on the way due in March.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What day in March again? Is it early March?
13.
The 13th.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
So we're super excited to have them here with us, and we're just gonna ask them a few questions, okay?
All right. So just in your opinion, what key elements make a successful relationship and marriage? You can even look at the question if you want. It's number 11. What elements make a key?
I think a big one that a lot of people will tell you is communication. That's huge. Being able to talk things out, and even when you don't want to, it's important to just sit down and talk it out and work things out. And I think obviously trusting each other, and knowing that you have each other's, best interests. You want what's best for each other, and
I would say definitely having similar interests, like the big things. Having the same beliefs. I mean, you're not gonna marry somebody who is exactly the same as you, but having the core beliefs makes a huge difference. And getting along with each other's families is a big one too. That helps a lot. There's a lot less things to fight about.
I know.
I get
Our
along with
families are tight,
Yeah.
right?
I'm like super close with her family. Like,
Yeah, my
we
family's
talk
super
all the
close,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
I work with some people who don't get along with their in-laws, and it just from the drama that I hear from them, it just sounds miserable.
Like, I couldn't imagine not wanting to be at your in-laws. Like, it'd be your heart, you just wouldn't enjoy anything.
Christmas wouldn't be very fun.
No, it would not. So, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so next question is, what do you love about each other?
I love his character. I love the type of guy he is. I love that he's kind and humble. He's the type of person that he gives people the benefit of the doubt, and I'm not always that person. And so it's nice to it's nice to when I'm having a tough time and I automatically want to be like, oh, they meant this, or oh, they're probably thinking this or something. He usually will be like, let's give him the benefit of the doubt, and it helps me a lot to think differently about things. But I just like his character. I like.
Anything else? I mean, while we're on this.
Keep going.
I like listening to this.
Is good.
I mean, I love that you love God. That is obviously a huge thing. I love that you love me.
Oh, that's a good one. That's an important one.
You're very kind and generous and smart. I think that's where our son gets his smart.
Well, he certainly doesn't get his musical ability from me. I would say, like, she's just my best friend. Like, I can honestly say, like, I would rather hang out with her. Like, it's one thing to be married and like, oh, I've got to come home to her every night, but even if given the chance, 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, I'm going to choose to just hang out with her, rather than go out and spend time with other people. I enjoy on my off time, like even before we had kids, I enjoyed just being at home so I could be with her. I enjoyed spending time with her, talking and watching movies and just hanging out and just being friends. And I think there's a difference between loving somebody and being married to them and being their friend, being somebody who's your best friend.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. All right, next question would be,
How do you keep a relationship healthy in life?
And keep it healthy.
I tried to answer this one earlier, and it was a little. I couldn't think of the exact words to put it in.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah, it's a very broad question.
Yeah.
I think one thing, and I've talked about this with you guys, I think before, and other people, but in a certain kind of way, limiting the influence of other people on your marriage. And for us, that was living away from home.
Yeah.
So it was just her and I. We weren't anywhere close to family. I mean, yeah, there was a phone call, but if we had a fight, there was never any like, well, I'm going to my family. I'm going to go to hang out at my parents' house for a while with my brothers.
Yeah.
And then, because if you're having that argument or something, you come home and then you're like, oh yeah, I was, me and Diane had a fight, and so I just want to come over here to cool off. And then maybe you start asking me, well, what'd you fight about? And then I start talking about what we're fighting about. And then maybe you kind of have a poorer view of her.
That's true.
And then I forgive her because, like I said, she's my best friend and we get over it, but maybe you don't forget it.
A lot
And
of
so
times.
there's a little bit of a resentment maybe towards her from you, even though we've forgotten the fight, a week later.
Yeah. It's a lot easier for you, and I know I think we've said this to you guys before, but it's a lot easier for you to forgive your spouse than it is for somebody else to forgive your spouse. So yeah, I think, and even just not, calling or texting somebody and being like, guess what they just said to me, or this just happened, and stuff like, making sure that your arguments are just your arguments,
Right.
and not inviting everybody else into it with their opinions, I think is a big way to keep it.
It is important to
Healthy.
have outside influence on your marriage because obviously,
Yeah.
like mom and dad, or people who've been married longer than you, they have input, they have experience, that's important. But at the end of the day, it's about you and her. Nobody else has ever been married to you, and nobody else has ever been married to you. So
Right.
you guys have a unique relationship that you have to kind of figure out.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Because it is kind of awkward sometimes if you see people like. Because I've heard people too, like they've gotten in a fight with their wife or their husband or something, and then they're talking about it with other people.
That's not a good.
Yeah.
It's one thing, like I said, if you have an very intimate friend, or maybe a pastor or something that you can talk
Confide in a little bit, yeah.
but not certainly not to everybody,
And not putting down your spouse to people is a
fight
big
fair.
one.
Yeah.
Fight fair.
Yeah.
Right. It's pretty good.
So the next couple questions look like they're actually a little bit not as serious.
Yeah.
A little
How are you
easier.
gonna change a little?
Yeah. So next one is places you want to travel.
Oh, the next
That's
place
good.
is Jerusalem.
Yeah, we want to go to
Wow.
We
Jerusalem.
want to go to
That's
Jerusalem. I know we'd like to go to Italy at some point.
We, as a mechanic, I have flight benefits, so that makes it a lot easier for us.
Yeah.
The ability to be able to fly different places, and that's the next place that we would like to go is Jerusalem. And I was also thinking maybe like Poland, go visit Auschwitz.
Yeah, we wanted to go see Auschwitz. Yeah.
But yeah, of course, like
Good
Italy,
vacation
Rome.
getaway.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here
Yeah.
it's a real tourist spot.
Ooh.
Awesome. All right. So next one would be. Okay, so you already have children, but
Mhm.
how many do you want in total?
It's
We'll
kind of
see.
step by step. Like obviously Canaan and this little one are a little bit apart, but that was mainly because of just him going through school, getting out of school. We were moving, and then we were in an apartment for a while, and we didn't know when we'd be moving from there, so it kind of spread it out a little more. I don't know. It's kind of just.
We're gonna see how this one goes.
Yeah.
Like when we first got married, I was thinking more like 4 or 5.
We kind of had that idea in our
We
head.
both come from obviously from big families, so I can't imagine like even coming back here for Christmas and seeing having all the family here is really nice.
Yeah.
But getting to that point, having 8 kids,
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that many, but I think, you know, at this point, maybe 3.
yeah,
Or if
we'll
we'll
see.
have to see, like after we have her, and then wait a little bit, and
Yeah, we're just gonna go one at a time.
Yeah.
We're not gonna say we're gonna have 5 and then try everything we can to have 5. We're just gonna
yeah,
go
take
one
it
at a
one by
time.
one, because it did obviously kids.
are different.
Every kid's different, and so many things change when you have kids, and especially when you have more kids, and so I think just taking it one by one is a good route to go.
Right. That's pretty good. Yeah. All right. This is a question that is like, all right. It's like if you were asking her and you were asking him, what's each other's favorite color?
Oh, blue.
Hers is baby blue.
Baby blue?
Baby blue.
Yeah.
And then yours
blue.
is
Blue.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is baby blue like sky blue?
Like a light blue, yeah,
Yeah, it's
like
like
a
a-
light blue.
It's not Penn State blue.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mine's
not
Penn
Penn
State
State blue. It's the
We're
dark.
gonna
blue.
get there very soon.
My
Ah.
favorite. What's your favorite? What's each other's favorite food?
Pizza.
Buffalo chicken.
Oh, okay.
Buffalo chicken pizza. We go well together.
There we go.
So we can both be happy.
Yes.
Aw.
Okay. Now this is a good one. What is your favorite sports team?
Each other's.
Oh, that's easy.
Penn
The
State.
Eagles.
So how does that work in a marriage?
Okay, so
Well,
this was the
go
great.
ahead.
This was the great compromise of our marriage. This saved and
Isn't it?
this started our marriage off on the right foot. I'm a huge Penn State fan, but we obviously grew up Steelers fans. She is an Eagles fan and hates the Steelers. But the compromise was that I love college,
Yeah,
and
he loves
she's not
college
huge.
more than the NFL.
so
And I like
she
NFL
roots for
more than
Penn
college.
State, and I root for the Eagles.
Aw.
So
Yeah,
it worked
it's
out
not
really
like
well.
I was against Penn State, but I didn't really watch college growing up. So it was, for me, it was an easier, I think, like, okay, I don't mind cheering Penn State.
And we just about put that in our vows.
Yeah.
It was that
It's
important.
Wow.
It was that important.
I'm not kidding, baby. It is important.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right, what's each other's favorite TV show?
We don't
TV
watch
show?
a
We don't
whole
really
lot.
watch.
I mean, we do watch TV, but not like a whole lot of shows.
Yeah.
Maybe
Jeopardy?
I do like Jeopardy. Maybe Downton Abbey or.
Well, that's not a. Well, yeah, I guess it
was a
is.
TV show.
Yeah, but it's not really like.
Maybe
It's like a mini
you
series.
used to
Yeah, it's
to
like
be
a series. It's not really like a TV show.
you used to be really into SVU.
Yeah, I used to
Law
love
and
Law and Order SVU, but then like the last like how many years, I don't know, it hasn't really been interested. But
Yeah.
I did really like Law and Order SVU for a long time.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So the last question for today would be,
What food do I not like, or do you guys
Tomatoes. She hates
Oh.
tomatoes.
See, I like tomato sauce. I like pizza sauce. I
not
like
like?
ketchup.
Ketchup? You like ketchup?
I like
love-
ketchup,
yeah,
But I
same.
can't. I don't know if it's something about the texture of tomatoes and like that, like just the acid. Like I don't know, something about a tomato, like an actual tomato. I can't eat. Foods he doesn't like. He doesn't like beans, and that always bugs me because I like baked beans. I
are
like
disgusting.
baked beans, and your
Yeah, I
mom
don't-
makes
I
them
don't
with
like baked
bacon,
beans.
and he's always
It's
like,
a
"Oh, it's a
waste of
waste of
bacon."
bacon." Yeah.
It's a waste
And
of
it's
bacon.
not a waste of bacon. I like beans. He does not like beans at all.
Baked beans, I think, are pretty gross.
They're disgusting.
Oh. Oh goodness.
Okay. Well, that's pretty much it. We were just doing 10 questions.
all right, so this was everything for today. We hope you guys enjoyed having Andy and Dan with us. They gave us some really good advice, and we really appreciate you guys. Thanks for being
thanks
in the
for-
video.
Thanks for
for
coming on
having
the show
us.
today.
Thanks for coming on the show today.
I'll have my people call your people.
But yeah, so we hope you guys had a great Christmas, and we'll see you next week. All right.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Adios, muchachos.